Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to Broncos Breakdown. This is Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. I am your host, Bronco Bill. All right, guys, let's get right in. This is going to be totally dedicated to the Denver Broncos' incredible win over the Los Angeles Chargers. And the only reason why I say incredible is not because I think the Chargers are a juggernaut, because they're not. They're not, what everybody or a lot of guys out there saying, oh, look at the Chargers. Anyways, they're not a juggernaut. But it was impressive, and like I said, that game was a statement game. And I'll get into that in just a few minutes. But I do want to touch on, because I'm going to do a full recap of the AFC West on Thursday. But I really wanted to just focus on the Bronco amazing win on Sunday. And that win on Sunday was amazing for a lot of reasons. And if you guys know, I'm wearing a coach's shirt, I guess you'd say, collared shirt. And the reason for that is because of Fangio. Now, I know that Fangio hasn't been liked all that much, and I'm not a big fan of Fangio as a head coach. But in this game, and this is where he really shined in my eyes. In this game, he was, in my opinion, the defensive coordinator we had always hoped. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get this lighting right so it doesn't flicker. In my eyes, this game was a game in which he was able to showcase his defensive knowledge. And he literally came up with a defensive game plan to shut down the Chargers. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't pass the ball. Defenders were all in on the corners to smother Herbert. And it was a great game to watch. Now, guys, if you watch my video on why I can't stand the Chargers, you'll know what that smile's about. You'll know exactly what that smile's about, dude. And I'm telling you guys, I've been wearing that smile ever since, the second drive by the Broncos. The way I knew that we had this game was when, everybody was playing tough. First off, the Broncos had the ball to start the game. Let me recap a little bit. Broncos had the ball to start the game. Chargers won the toss, elected to defer. The Broncos didn't do anything in their first series. They punted. But here's where I knew the Broncos were going to win this game. Now, I know, guys, I went back in my predictions last video, and I said there's no way the Broncos are going to beat this team. But I also said, I don't know which Bronco team's going to show up. Is it going to be the Bronco team that pounded the Cowboys in Dallas, or was it going to be the Bronco team that laid a fat egg against the Eagles? That's why I said we didn't have a chance, because the last game we played was the Eagles before our bye. So I had to go on that. I couldn't go on anything else. You're as good as your last game is basically what it is. So anyways, getting back to that first drive of the Chargers, I knew we had this game won. And the reason why? Defense. They went 3 and out on their opening drive. And then the second drive for Denver went right down the field with Teddy Bridgewater and scored a touchdown. Now, let me tell you something, guys. This was a team win. This was a dominated team win. Let me go down the line. Teddy Bridgewater. All right, Teddy Bridgewater is a gutsy guy, and he played a really good game. Now there were some throws that were off, and there was some situations where he had to get out of the pocket, but he made things happen. Now I'm going to get into a segment that's in a little bit later. It's called the ugly, the good, and the great. And I'll get into that little segment towards the end of this video. But here's the thing, guys. Teddy Bridgewater played great. Javonte Williams is an absolute amazing running back. He reminds me a lot of Terrell Davis in a lot of ways. Terrell Davis, if you go back and watch some of his highlights, guys, you'll notice that Terrell Davis made one step and a cut, and then he was gone. He was up the middle, or he'd go down the side, and then he would just bust tackles. Javonte Williams does the exact same thing. He gets the ball, he makes one cut, sees a hole, and's gone. He ran around the end. Well, this wasn't a run, but it might as well been a run. It was a little toss pass to Javonte Williams on the right side. And he went around the end and busted off, I think it was a 43 or 45-yard run. Great run. Then we had Cortland Sutton making great catches. And then we also had Gordon. Gordon ran hard. He really, the 1-2 punch is for real, guys. The 1-2 punch is for real. But then, well, I can't get into it right now. Well, no, I'm not going to get to it. That's part of my segment at the end. But anyways, and then the defense. The defense was the reason why we won this game. Hands down. No doubt about it. This is the reason why the Broncos won this game. Now, I'm not taking anything away from the 14 points of the offensive score, or 21 points of offense scored. I'm not going to take that away from them. But I'll tell you why the defense won. Not because of the points the Broncos got, but because of the points the Broncos didn't give up. And here's an example. All I got to say, guys, is one number. 2. Patrick Surtain had 2 interceptions, one for a pick 6. I believe it was 75 yards, pick 6 down the left sideline. And guys, say what you want about Justin Fields. I don't really care. I don't really care about Justin Fields and that we could have drafted him. What is Justin Fields doing now compared to what Patrick Surtain is doing? Yeah, 2 interceptions, game ball, pick 6, and then hands the football to his dad in the end zone stands. Classy? Oh yeah. Amazing? You betcha. A chip off the old block from his dad? Absolutely. Spectacular play by Patrick Surtain. Then I got to go to Browning, linebacker. He was pressuring Herbert time after time after time. He made tackles. He stuffed the run. He basically, I don't know where this play would have gone, but he jumped in the air. I mean, a tremendous jump for a linebacker. And he deflected the ball away from a wide open Charger receiver that definitely would have gone for a first down and maybe had gone to the house. And who knows, that may have changed the game, the outcome, the momentum. But Browning was there to say no. And he deflected it, and the Chargers had to punt. The defense also stopped the Chargers on 4th down and to force a turnover. They smothered Herbert. They confused him. Fangio went to a combined man-to-man and zone defense. And that totally confused Herbert. Had no idea who to throw to or where and when. It was an absolute dominant performance by the Denver Broncos. And guys, you know how much I love this game. You know how much I love beating the Chargers. Wagoners. I'm sorry. Just had to say it. You know this game was massive and important, not only to me as a fan, but to the division. I mean, we are now 1 game out of first behind Kansas City. Guess who we play, guys, on Sunday night, that is. You may have it down as being a morning game or an afternoon game, but it was flexed into the Sunday night game. And after the Broncos win by the Chargers by the score of 28-13. After that win, this game takes on even more relevance and more importance. And another reason why I'm glad it's on Sunday night. It's going to be intense, guys. It's going to be electric. I just hope the Broncos come out and play this type of game against the Kansas City Chiefs. And Patrick Mahomes can be, he can be flustered. He can be confused. And that's what we have to do in Kansas City on Sunday night, just like we did to the Chargers and Herbert and the run game and their pass game. And even their coaching, they couldn't figure it out. So we have to bring that type of game, that type of intensity, and that kind of passion. And you know what, guys? It starts right here with me, man. I'm bringing it Sunday. I'm bringing it. I know they're going to hear me in Kansas City. I know they're going to hear me in Kansas City, all the way from California, because I'll be that much into it, just like I was Sunday. Guys, it was a tremendous game, a phenomenal game. And now I'm going to bring you my segment called Ugly, Bad, and Great. First, let's start with the ugly. In the first quarter or early second quarter, Teddy Bridgewater suffered an injury. They said it was a hip injury. He was out for the remainder of the second quarter. And guess who came in, guys? Yeah, Mr. Ugly. Mr. Ugly. Drew Lock comes in. I immediately felt devastated. We were leading 7-0, but I immediately felt devastated because I knew one or two or both were going to happen. One, he was going to have a turnover or multiple turnovers. Two, we were going to relinquish the lead. And three, we were going to lose Teddy Bridgewater for the rest of the game. Well, thank goodness only one of those three things happened. First, he fumbled. And it wasn't even a hard hit that he took, and he just fumbled. Does he know how to hang on to the freaking football? Seriously? When you're going to get hit, you have to cover up the ball. Not Lock. Oh, here you go. Here's the keys, by the way. Go ahead and take it. Thank goodness Tim Patrick was alert and fell on the ball, and it resulted in a Bronco first down. Now, did Drew Lock throw a interception? Oh, yeah. Triple coverage. A pathetic throw. He's rolling out of the pocket. He's rolling to his right. He's trying to hit the receiver in triple coverage, and all he has to do is throw the ball away. Not Drew Lock. Nope. Throws a pick. And that resulted in a Charger touchdown. Of course it did. The Broncos did score. Drew Lock did drive the team down. I wouldn't say he did it. I mean, it was a running game that did it. I think he threw maybe 2 or 3 passes because they don't trust him. And neither do I. And I don't think the majority of the Bronco country, I know there's some Drew Lock fans out there, and I get it. I have no idea why. I have no idea why you think this guy should be the Broncos quarterback. Didn't you watch Sunday when he came in? Haven't you watched every time he's played? Anyways, the Broncos did go down and score. And yes, he was the quarterback during that drive. But I'm not going to give it to him as being the reason why we scored. No, we scored because our offensive line was breaking up and moving holes and opening holes for the running backs, for Gordon, for Williams. That's why. That's the main reason why. So yeah, that's the ugly part of the segment. The middle one is good. Or I should say great. Or good. I'm sorry. I forgot what my own segment. So yeah. So now we're in the good. The good part is we didn't lose that game. Drew Lock did not lose that game for us because of our defense. And then Teddy Bridgewater comes back in after halftime. Broncos led at halftime 14-7. Teddy Bridgewater comes back in the starting quarterback on the third quarter and never left again. Sure, he was banged up. Sure, it was hard for him to be mobile and move around. But that's how bad the coaching staff does not like Drew Lock. That they would rather have a banged up Teddy Bridgewater on 1.5 legs than a Drew Lock on 2. I'd have to agree. Totally have to agree. So that was the good part, that Bridgewater was back and that the defense did not relinquish any more points to the Chargers when Drew Lock was in. Now here's the great. The great thing is the Chargers lost. The other great thing is Denver is now 1 game out of first, and they absolutely control their own destiny. If the Broncos team as a whole, the defense and the offense, both played like they did against the Chargers, Denver could, and I say could, crossing my fingers, let me see if I can do this now, crossing my fingers, the Broncos could win the division. They also could be a wild card. They hold their own destiny in their hands because we play the Chiefs twice, the Chargers one more time, and the Raiders one more time. That's 4 out of the remaining 6, guys. And the only tough team outside of our division is the Bengals that we play in 2 weeks after Kansas City. We have Kansas City at Kansas City. Then we have Detroit at home. We should beat them. Then we have the Bengals at home. That's going to be a tough game, but I think we should beat them as well. And then we have the last 3 games in our division. The Chargers, the Raiders, and the Chiefs. We hold our own destiny, guys. If we went out, and that's possible, or if we go 5-1, we could be 11 and 6. 11 and 6. It's a possibility, guys. It's an absolute possibility. And that's why I say in this segment, this part is the great part. Because we hold our own destiny. And it's also great because of the teams. I mean, the Chargers have to play the Raiders again. The Chargers have to play the Chiefs again. So it's great from the standpoint that we are in control of where we're going to end up. And I know, guys, every week we have a chance to do that. I understand that. But you don't win the division in week 1 through 5 or 1 through 4. You win the division towards the end of the season when it's crunch time. When it's put up or shut up. Bring your A game or go home. And that's why it's so important at this point in time. And that's why it's a great time for the Broncos to be in this position. They just came off an absolute tremendous win at home. Solid. Defense was there. Coaching was there. Offense was there. Special teams was there. It's a great time, the Broncos being at this point of their gameplay. And like I said, if they can continue this for the remaining 6 games, Denver will win the division. That's absolutely how I see it. So Bronco country, get out there, support this team like I do, like I know all of you do. Because Broncos country, we're solid, guys. We're solid. That's it. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We'll talk to you on Thursday when I do the recap of the AFC West Week 12. Take care, guys. We'll talk to you then.